Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel. My name is Terrell.
And my name is Brendan.
And we are BNT Reacts.
And today we are checking out Skyblock, The Great Potato War. And this is by Technoblade.
Definitely interested to check those out. Sorry y'all, what is this called? Like, it's not an orange, it's like
a mandarin orange?
Like
tangerine.
A cutie. Yeah, like a tangerine type. But that's what they call them at McDonald's. Cuties. But definitely interested to check this out. I don't know if we ever I think we might have checked out something from Technoblade before, but we've been so caught up in the Dream SMP complete story that we haven't really got to see Technoblade on his own within that entire story, if that makes sense. Technoblade was heavily involved in a lot of parts, but we haven't got to see Technoblade on his own in the SMP. And I don't know what this Potato War is. This is not even in the SMP. This is a year before the SMP, so never mind. Let's just get right into it though. Let's watch. SMP started in 2020, right?
I think.
Yeah, this is 2019.
I have no idea.
Let's get into it.
Where have you been all this time? Well, you see, I've been farming potatoes in Skyblock. That wasn't a joke. It all started months ago. I just got in a set of superior armor and wanted hot potato books to upgrade it. I could have just bought some from the auction like a normal person, but if Hypixel has taught me anything, it's that if you have a problem, the answer is slavery. So I had 20 potato minions with 20 enchanted lava buckets, 20 super compactors, 20 diamond spread-ins, because it's just free money. Get this upgrade. And with this setup, I was making about 242,000 potatoes.
Okay.
At this point, I had enough potatoes for my armor. I could have stopped. I could have put an end to this, but I thought, no, what if I went even further? You can check your rank in each individual collection, and I was already top 50 in potatoes. I decided at that moment that I was going to be the #1 potato farmer in Skyblock. How hard could it be? First, I needed to get more minion slots. Now, I already spent a lot of time getting to 20 minion slots because I believe minions are important. I mean, they work 24/7, gathering resources, even if you never bother to log in, and as such represent the only way to achieve the dream that all Skyblock players share, which is to not have to play anymore. Unfortunately, each minion slot requires exponentially more resources than the last, so I did what any self-respecting Skyblock player would do, and sat in the shop menu buying ice for 30 minutes.
What?
I'm having fun. I dropped out of college for this.
Oh my
after
gosh.
spending many hours and 15 million coins, I finally unlocked the 22nd minion slot. At this point, I thought I had first place in the bag. I mean, there's only a couple of solo players that have 23 minion slots, and I figured if anyone went through that much trouble to get more minion slots,
it says
they'd probably
Skyblock.
spend it on
Yeah,
a
it don't
minion
look
that
like
actually
Minecraft.
makes money,
It
like
definitely
play
looks-
minions.
yeah,
But I thought
Skyblock.
to myself, you know what? I'm gonna go even more overkill, alright? I'm gonna upgrade my level 7 potato minions to level 9. Now you might be thinking to yourself, oh, Technoblade, isn't that obvious? Isn't it just more potatoes? Why wouldn't you do that immediately? No, it's not, alright? Upgrading past level 7 on minions
Maybe
never
Skyblock
makes
is like a
sense. You're never
mobile
getting that money
Minecraft, I don't
back
know.
because upgrading cost over 100,000 potatoes just to get to potato 9. That'll take over 2 months to get that money back, over 8 months. For level 11.
That's a lot.
It's just a bad idea. Oh, but Technoblade, isn't that just a long-term investment? No, it's not. Remember Cactus Farms? Remember how they were great for like 5 days and then the admins obliterated them in an update? Yeah, you really think your dreams are going to go that long without getting crushed by the admins? No, you're never seeing that money again. I'm sorry, it's gone.
Same old dog used to about that.
I was farming them for honor, for glory. So I started upgrading them to level 9. My last hidden weapon was the Farming Crystal, which increases the speed of nearby farming minions by 10%. I could only fit 12 minions in that radius, but I thought, you know what? Whatever. I'll just make a second Farm Crystal. Here we go! Oh, okay. No, I'm glad Skyblock tells you that after you make a second crystal. I mean, it's not like you could just tell me that after I make the first crystal. Whatever. It's not a total waste of money. At least I can auction.
Oh.
Thank you, Hypixel. If I wanted to fit all my minions in that 8-block radius, I'd have to think in the 3rd dimension. And so, after restructuring my farm, the potato pyramid yielded 309,000 potatoes.
Oh my god.
But as an English major, I decided that math wasn't enough to defeat my enemies. I needed to consult the classics. In The Art of War, Sun Tzu says, if you know the enemy and know yourself, You need not fear the result of 100 battles. So I decided to do some investigative journalism. I discovered a forum post from September in which a user named I'm a Squid Kid bragged about being ranked #1 in potatoes. By stalking his profile, I found another post weeks later in which he suggested he was now around 7 million potatoes. By putting these two data values on a grid, I could calculate the slope to estimate his average daily potato yield.
Oh, honey.
Perfect, but it was the best method I could think of to estimate how strong his potato farm was. I mean, it's not like I could just go to his island and look at it.
Candy. Okay.
Wait,
okay.
that word?
Yep,
But what I
okay.
found shocked me to my very core. No, this can't be. This man made 8 potato 11 minions, and then he painted the Mona Lisa.
What?
At this moment, I realized that I wasn't dealing with a potato madman, but a potato supervillain. At this point, I fell into despair. All sense of rationality, even the slightest hope of making his money back. This man had thrown them all away to farm potatoes. I had 2 more minion slots than him, but his minions were so high level that he was still making more potatoes than me at 310,000 potatoes per day. But I wasn't even worried about his potato farm. I mean, I still had some minions to upgrade. I was confident I could make a stronger farm. I was worried about his head start. The month I spent farming the Pigman sword, he'd already been farming potatoes. According to my calculations, he was already 7.5 million potatoes ahead of me. Even if all my minions magically became level 11 at that very moment, it would take 107 days to catch up. I can't go that long without uploading. My fans will murder me. So was that it? Was my quest to become the #1 potato farmer in Skyblock destined to end in failure? No, I refused. The sunk cost fallacy wouldn't allow it. If I wanted to defeat a man that had descended into potato madness, I would have to take his insanity and triple it. It was at this moment I spoke words that had never been uttered in the history of Skyblock. I should get minion expanders. Minion expanders have long been known as the most useless item in Skyblock. So you know how all minions have this like 5x5 area in which they work? They don't actually need this area. They could work with 1 block just as fine, because all I do is break a block and then they place it right back. They don't need options.
What?
So what the minion expander does is it turns that 5x5 area into a 7x7 area. Why? Why would the minion need more options so it doesn't get bored? But with the Slayer update, they added a hidden attribute to minion expanders, which buff minion speed by 5%, which is still garbage. Diamond spreading gives like 5 times the value, and I didn't have enough space to put both of them in my minions. But unfortunately, diamond spreading only gives diamonds. If I wanted to become #1, I'd have to sacrifice all that free money for 5% more potatoes. With the minion expanders taking up so much extra space, the potato pyramid was no longer enough to fit all my minions within the farming crystals radius. So I built.
How we know
the
that guy
potato
really #1 though?
posted
I know.
by
Like, what if it's somebody like
Potato
above
Dome
him?
Fit all 22 expanded minions.
Oh, honey, that's
And
a
after I
lot.
finished upgrading the rest of them to level 9, the Potato Dome could now produce 337,000 potatoes per day. At this point, the Potato Dome was the most powerful potato farm in Skyblock. I was ranked 20 on the leaderboards and rising fast, and yet I knew, in my heart, that it wasn't enough. It wasn't even close. But what more could I do? Farm potatoes by hand? I actually did for like an hour. It made a tiny dent. Sure, it would have worked eventually, but come on. Is mindlessly repeating the same task for hundreds of hours really what Skyblock's all about?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, pretty much, but I wasn't about to do that, man. When I said 100 hours, I was not kidding. And yet, as time went on, it began to seem like that was truly the only way. The opportunity of defeating the enemy.
Oh
So
my god, I
dramatic.
know.
Potato.
Sun Tzu. I'd done it. I discovered a critical flaw with Squid Kid's potato farm.
Okay.
His minions were too close together. Now, with any other kind of minion, that wouldn't have mattered at all. But potato minions are unique. When they're too close together, they'll start trying to plant in spots the other minions already planted and get stuck in an infinite loop, dragging down the overall farm's potato output by as much as 90%. The reason he had to notice this and was still first place in potatoes is because this only happens when someone is online and on the island. Because otherwise, Skyblock just runs a calculation to guess how many resources your minions would have made while you were offline. Anyways, he left the door to his AFK machine open, so I left my alt in there. Welcome to the real world, Squid Kid.
Oh my
Okay, can we take a moment to talk about Jerry, alright? I got a Jerry here. I got a Jerry there. There's actually 2 Jerrys in there. I have video evidence, okay? Look at this. He's multiplying. He's undergoing mitosis. But that's not all. The other day, I was just minding my business, and then... Why is he there? I knew I couldn't rely just on sabotage to get first place, because who knows if there's other people out there just like Squid Kid throwing away everything just to farm more potatoes. So I decided to look into alternate fuel sources for my minions. I mean, enchanted lava buckets are already the most efficient permanent fuel source in the game, but what about temporary fuel sources? So I got a bunch of hamster
I didn't know
wheels.
farming potatoes in this
Twice
game was
as
so
much.
competitive. Like, what the hell's going
Only a
on?
day. And I threw like 100 of them into the potato dome, and it started making 450,000 potatoes per day. And so the days went by. Every day I'd log in and AFK on Squid Kid's Island with my ult, while my minions burned through hamster wheels, quickly bringing me into the potato top 10. I was finally making good progress, until one day, when I went to AFK on his island again. Oh god, he's online. What do you want? Why do you keep doing this? I just wanted to check on The Last Supper, man. You AFK'd on my island for 12 hours!
Oh
it
my-
was a good painting! I figured Squid Kid would find it a little bit suspicious if the same guy was AFK at his island every day, so I got a second account, and then I left them both in there.
Oh my-
Extremely subtle, even to the point of formlessness. What? Why? Why are you guys here? I've been buying some enchanted baked potatoes from the auction house. It's not the most efficient use of my money, but look, I need potato 11 minions if I want to catch up as quickly as possible. We can't only have 2. It's not enough. Well, I mean, it is enough, but I want to upload within the next year. But the problem with the auction house is that it's filled with crazy people. Look at this guy. He's bidding 3.9 mil for 26. You think that's bad? 11 million. I could see someone bidding 7 million on a stack of enchanted baked potatoes. 8 million. I could understand that. 11 million. Deranged psychopath. There's no justification. Send this man to prison. After a couple days of minion farming and buying enchanted baked potatoes, we have 102, which in regular potatoes is over 2.6 million, and we can only make 4 maxed potato minions with it. That's all we can make. That's how expensive maxed potato minions are. They're so good, but it doesn't matter because they cost so much. It's never going to pay off. They're all gone. Whatever. It's for the leaderboards. I had to sell everything so that I could invest in potatoes, man. I had to sell my
Oh my
young dragon
gosh.
armor, my rare cake collection, massively.
Oh my god, he is
overplayed
invested.
Halloween items. I had to mortgage my house. It's crazy out there. I actually did
Sorry.
pretty well during the Halloween events, which allowed me to raise a lot of money. But I'm just saying, look at this spooky pile, right? Limited edition item with my name and pig rank stamped on them. Could you imagine how much money I would make if I put this on the auction? I would make Dan TDM's 15 mil water bottle look like tap water. He left a sign for me, whitelisted. What do you want from me? I'm just ruining Squid Kid's whole life. He's traumatized. He's just living in fear. Why are they here? Why do they keep showing up? But after a few days, I ran out
How many of these want to catch
and
him?
I
I
had
know.
to resort to my final weapon, the Catalyst. The Catalyst is the strongest fuel source in the game, tripling your minion output, but they only last for 3 hours. Fortunately,
Okay.
I had a couple. With
Oh,
the power of
sh-
Catalyst, my potato output skyrocketed, and I put that all back into leveling up my minions. And in a matter of days, I had 22 Potato 11 minions producing 893,000
Damn,
potatoes
man.
per day. I don't make hot potato books. I make hot potato libraries.
Oh my
Originally, I
God.
thought I'd have to go bankrupt buying catalysts if I wanted to catch up to Squid Kid, but I actually discovered that catalysts are amazing. I can buy the materials to make one for like 10,000 coins on the auction, and then each of them makes 14,000 coins in potatoes. This is a miracle. It's free money. So every day I sold hot potato books, and then I bought more crystals, and then I sold more hot potato books, and then I bought more crystals. And that's the story of how I made infinite money. Well, not really, because you can only use so many per day, but I made a lot, and now I was ranked 3 in potatoes.
Oh, you
I did
almost
some
there.
more investigative journalism and found the guy ranked number 2 in potatoes. I'm gonna give you guys 3 guesses as to who left a funny rating on his post. Squid Kid! I was right on his tail, but I decided to visit his island to see just how strong
Squid
his
Kid
potato
is
farm
trolling.
was. Oh, this is a joke. This is pathetic. Only 18 minion slots. This is just sad. I've seen Irish famines with more potatoes
Oh
than
my
this farm. You might get away with this farm in some garbage vegetable like carrots. But potatoes? How dare you? Oh my god, this crystal This crystal, it only covers 5 of these minions. I'm gonna throw up. Against a farm like that, I easily took rank number 2. It seemed like I was only one step away from my potato dreams, and yet Squid Kid had been so dominant on the potato leaderboards that he was still 3 million potatoes ahead.
Oh, gosh.
But with Catalyst, such a lead could be destroyed in a matter of days. Still, to be safe, I kept AFKing on his island until one day. I checked my alt's window for a moment, and the island was full. 2 guys I'd never heard of before had called the police on Squid Kid and brought a helper to investigate him. Who called the police? Whitelisted. Are you Squid Kid's alt? No, I just AFK here a lot. As a hobby, I'm so suspicious. He doesn't believe me at all. I'm getting banned. They'd been investigating while Squid Kid was offline. I met him later that day and decided to warn him. Squid, I know we've had our differences, but the police are after you, man. I saw a helper. Squid. There were 2 dudes, Squid. They came to your island with the helper. They were snitching. I don't know why. I need names. Okay, let me get my screenshots. I gotta be careful, man. The snitches be everywhere. Anyways, I'm gonna go AFK.
What is happening?
Just act natural. Just
Why?
And I'm gone. It seemed strange to be helping my number 1 enemy, but his sheer dedication to farming potatoes had earned my respect. I had to give him help from one potato brother to another. Also, I'm deeply scared of him. Did you see what he said when I told him the names? Names noted. That is serial killer talk. We ain't gonna be hearing from those 2 guys ever again. I kept farming potatoes, and in a matter of days, Squid Kid's lead was almost completely destroyed. And yet Squid Kid himself had no idea. He even put a billboard on his island, number 1 in potatoes.
Wow.
Why would he suspect?
Oh,
a few
God.
days ago, he'd seen proof on the forums that
Squid
he
Kid got a little
millions
ego.
in the lead. The poor fool had no idea what was coming. Has it updated? It hasn't updated. Alright, I'm going to the hub. Has it updated?
You're number 1.
Yes! Number 1 in potatoes! To celebrate, I took my 2 alts and my main account, and then I AFK'd on all 3 of them. I think at this point Squid Kid knew that the alts were mine, but he was so confused. Why had Technoblade been AFKing on his island for weeks? He was so confused that he didn't even realize that his potato leaderboard spot had already been taken. So I went to confront him myself one final time. What do you want? Why are you doing this? Your potato rank 1 spot is now mine. He's checking.
Oh my gosh.
For years, my machinations lay undetected.
You ruined my life.
Oh no.
This
This is all I
I
have.
feel that. I definitely feel that.
Squid, I found a problem with your island.
Well, don't tell them.
Flaw. Get over here. Over here. Squid, get over here. This sign, it has the wrong number.
Oh my gosh.
He ain't shit. Kick him out, Squid.
Pretty bad week for Squid.
Kick him out, Squid. Hey,
I
shit.
know.
I'll be like,
And then
get
I
out.
cyberbullied him, but it had to be done. And let me just say, there is no chance of him catching up. I even got 23 minion slots just to bury
Damn.
any hope he had. This spot is mine, and that's the story of how I became number 1 on the potato leaderboards, and we lived happily ever after. All the loose ends.
No,
finally.
because it's a part
Yeah.
Well, except for one thing. Oh God, there's another one. There's another Jerry, and he's staring right at me.
2. Who the fuck is
What
that?
is this?
Jerry in the
Jerry,
water.
what the hell?
No. There's another one out there. I don't understand.
Who's
What do
Jerry?
you want? What do you want? There's another Jerry on the bridge.
Jerry just be looking crazy.
Oh
What'd you
my
think of the video?
god. I liked it. It was so random and weird and out there. Like, this game, like, this knockoff Minecraft, and it's potato farming in this game, and it was so competitive. Like, I very much enjoyed it. I thought it was hilarious. I feel like this is something that I would do. Like, I feel like in games, like, I always try to have, like, a really weird, like, goal where I'm like, I want to have the most of this thing, this one specific thing. So I definitely can relate. I thought that this was really funny. I really enjoyed it. It was fun.
Yeah, I enjoyed this as well. It was nice to see some Technoblade by himself. I really grown to enjoy him in Dream SMP, like, complete story. So it's nice to see him kind of on his own, like, in his own little adventure against the Squid Kid. This fucking potato war. It was very funny. It was very hilarious. I very much enjoyed it. I'm curious to see what part 2 is going to be about,
Yes,
and
I
if
wanna
Squid
see
Kid
part
is
2.
going to make his comeback, or if it's going to be another person up here trying to
Yeah.
take that #1 spot. I'm trying to see. But alright, y'all, that's all for this reaction. If you like it, if you give it a thumbs up. Make sure you also hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and comment down below for more reaction requests. It can be more videos like this or anything, and we will react to it, y'all.
And make sure to follow us on our social medias, Instagram and Twitter.
Yes, but that's all for this reaction, and we're out.
Bye.
Bye.